Hello and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be on Age of War, which is one of those very OG Flash games that I used to love to play when I was a little kid. I always used to be bored at my computer, and this was one of those games that always popped up when I went to the Flash game websites, and it always made me want to click on it because it was a really good game. In case you don't know what this game is, I'll give you a very quick description. So basically, the general concept of this game is you are fighting against a computer enemy who is basically the exact same amount of power as you. So you start off the game and you're in the dinosaur era is what I like to call it, but it's basically cavemen. And you and the enemy computer are both spawning enemies and building turrets on your bases, and the goal is whoever destroys the other person's base is the one that wins the game. So that's basically the ultimate goal. You and the computer both start off in the caveman age, which is what you're seeing here, and then throughout the game you work your way up into a futuristic sort of age. And you do all of this while you're actively fighting each other and trying to destroy each other's bases. And that kind of sums up the rules of engagement of the game, you could say. So I really enjoy this game, and that's why I've decided to share it with you guys. But I'm hoping to just kind of go through and show you each age, and I'll kind of talk you through it. This first one is the caveman age, and you kind of have like a dinosaur rider, a slingshotter, and then you have a clubman. And I don't know, I honestly, there's got to be a tactic to it. I just do not know what the tactic is. I know that the special abilities are really nice too. I forgot to mention that. Each age has one, and that's sort of a unit, but not really. It's like a airstrike kind of. But yeah, this is basically the caveman age, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna show you guys the next few ages. Yeah, so moving straight into it, this is like the medieval age is what I like to call it. So your special ability is these like fire arrows, sort of. I think they're pretty neat. I don't know what my favorite ability is, honestly, but I do like the fire arrows. I think they look cool. But you have a swordsman, you have a knight, which is like a horseback guy who's like your tank sort of, and then you also have, you know, your classic archer. And honestly, the tactic that I kind of came up for this is like a swordsman and then like two archers behind him, because they can technically like assist him and keep shooting even when they're behind him. Truthfully though, I don't know if there's probably is like a solid tactic. I just didn't think it through enough. This is definitely not one of those games where you need to like go crazy. Also, I was playing on normal mode, so I didn't need to worry about it a ton. But yeah, this is basically the medieval age, and you'll see there he's got one of those like medieval turrets, which is that cauldron with oil, and it does damage to your characters if they get close enough to the base, basically. And that's like your last line of defense. In this game, I think I get a turret one time, but truthfully, I'm not big on turrets. I kind of just like seeing the units and seeing them battle, so that's kind of what I mainly did when playing this. But yeah, so this is basically the medieval age. I feel like you guys have been able to get like a good gist of it, as they say. So I'm gonna jump cut and show you the next stage. And this is the next era. This is like the Spaniard War sort of era. I don't know, like right as guns were just becoming a thing sort of era is what I like to say. But you have your Masquerette, your Cannoneer, and then I believe it's just, I don't know if it's still called the Swordsman, but it basically is just the Swordsman. Oh, it looks like it's called a Dueler. But yeah, I don't know, this age is a little more interesting. Instead of the fire arrows, you have a health boost, and I believe it's supposed to be like a religious sort of thing where your guys are like praying, so they get like a damage / health boost. I'm not entirely sure what it is that they get, but I believe it does boost them and like help them out in some way. But yeah, it's not that bad of an age. It is one of the more basic ones in my opinion, but it's pretty neat. But yeah, I think I'm going to jump cut to the next stage just because this one is a little boring. This is the next age. I like to call it just like the modern age, basically, because you got your modern infantry, and then you have like I don't remember what they call it. I keep forgetting. I think it's called like a melee man or something like that. And then you have your tank, which is literally the tank unit as I've been calling it. But I think that this is a pretty cool one. You got your Airstrike 2 as your special ability. I cannot forget to mention that. I keep almost forgetting to mention the special abilities. But I think this one's pretty neat. The sound effects they have for it aren't too bad. And like the character models they have are kind of fun. This one's just For me, it stood out to me when I was younger because I used to play like Call of Duty and those kind of games. So this specific age I thought was like kind of neat because you're almost like commanding these armies to attack each other, which is always fun. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a second to actually play. I think I spawned a bunch of soldiers like right here, and I want you guys to be able to watch that for a bit. So I'm gonna let you watch it for a little bit, not too long, and then I'm gonna do another jump cut to show you it should be the final age, I believe, which is like, you know, you got your caveman, your Renaissance, and then your oh, I forgot medieval. You have your caveman, medieval, Renaissance, and then your military age, and then the final one is like the future, so like future soldiers and stuff. That one's pretty cool. So I guess my talking has kind of extended into what I wanted you guys to see here. This is quite literally the future age, so looks like we won't need a jump cut. So yeah, this is the future age. You have like a god's blade, a war machine, and a blaster, and then you have like a super soldier. And honestly, now that I'm kind of like paying, when you're playing it, it's just fun. But yeah, a lot of the soldiers and stuff have just very similar names, and they're not like crazy different from the previous one. But it is fun to look at anyways. I think this one's really fun because you have like the God Blade, and then you have like a blaster tank, and it's just a little more sci-fi, which is always fun. And this special ability is like a cool space laser. Yeah, see? Isn't that pretty neat? But yeah, this is basically Age of War. So I'm gonna show you guys the ending, and that'll be the video. I just kind of wanted to share this game with you guys because I enjoyed it so much when I was a little kid. There's gonna be more videos like this. I think Diggy is another Flash game that I'm gonna make a video on. I think I'm gonna try to like 100% it because that one technically has like Flash game achievements in it. So I'm gonna try to 100% that one, and that should be some good fun. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.